Casey Israel again, and this is Video Game Hunting, episode 52, part 2. Just got out of work not too long ago, and I'm quite tired. Today, actually, it was muggy. For 68 degrees, it was pretty damn muggy and humid. It was just bad. But right now, it was pouring earlier. Now it's just kind of sprinkling. So, it could potentially be bad tomorrow. In Oklahoma, if it rains and gets hot, it makes it so hot and muggy. It'd be bad. I'm just ready for cooler weather. Right now, it says 68 degrees, but I had some of the fans on still in the shop. But, and I can't wait not have to wear a fucking bandana while I'm working, because I do that so when I'm working, it would soak up the sweat. And I have a whole huge row of them. I just can't wait to put them away for the season. Put them away for the year. So my goal today is, honestly, I know one thing I could get today. I don't really have not a lot of money. I want a lot of money. I bummed off a nap. And then it was just... So right now, a lot of the game pickups is going to be scarce for a little bit. It sucks, because it was awesome when I was getting paid every week. But the thing that sucks, I was getting paid every week, but I was a temp. Now I'm full-time, I get paid bi-weekly. And that shit sucks. There's so much other good things to be hireful on, because you can get bonuses every quarter. And I'm not gonna see one until probably 6 months. I'm gonna say about that. Maybe 8 months. And about the same time frame, give or take about the same time frame for me actually getting a freaking vacation. I hadn't really had a real time off while I'm getting paid for it. Since I have a copyright on me. I didn't realize I forgot to turn my fucking lights on, so I might be getting pulled over. Maybe not. So, I'm not really doing anything illegal. I kind of had to block the camera a little bit. But now he was going after me. I was but I totally forgot about turning my headlights on. You know what? Talk about that. He doesn't even have his headlights on, so I figured it busted me for that. He didn't have his on, and I just literally just left not too long ago. And then the person behind me to the left doesn't have their headlights on either, so. Oh gosh. I'm wondering, I'm not exactly sure. I think I'll hit up this one vintage stock down the road. See if they got anything. Probably unlikely. But it's worth a check. And before I got interrupted by saw that cop behind me, on the, if don't find anything I can honestly pay for my Commodore 64 being fixed. At first, it just seems like they didn't want to. I love the store, but it almost like they didn't want to work on it. I'm like, dude, I was like, at that one point, I was either going to do one or two things because it seemed like they were scared. I wouldn't say they didn't want to do it. I think they were just scared working on it because they don't want to break it and then really fuck it up, you know? What I really wished I wish I had that fucking receipt from Vintage Stock. And you know what? Vintage Stock fucked me right there too. Those fucking pricks. I paid like $120 something and ended up the goddamn thing wasn't working. And you know, I seen Vintage Stock where they'll have like parts rattling in a cartridge, or I seen where I looked underneath the NES game and it was dirty. I'm like, you fucking assholes, you lazy pricks. So, I'm tired. Today I had to wake up. I was doing the show with Drew and Ray Rollins and Cora and the DDD. There we go, DDD. And we're at a good less than serious. And I tell Drew, I think when DD and I think what really fucked me up is saying duh, and a lot of people think, and then I said DD, so it sounded like DD. But then we went from that to strike sessions with the same group. And while I was in the middle of those guys, my mom started running and she was like, Casey, I need your help. Well, one time she told me about she had a frog somewhere in her room. So I thought she found that frog and she wanted me to capture it. And I actually said, is it that frog? And she's like, yes. I hate to say this. I told her this once before, but I hate to say this, but her hearing is going. Because my hearing is not that great either. If there's something on, I can easily not hear what someone says. But my mom, she's definitely losing her hearing. Like, and I hate when I have to keep repeating myself and raise my voice. Because a lot of times if I raise my voice, just for her to hear me, she'll think I'm yelling at her or something like that, or getting mad. So I either have just soft, like the way I talk. Yeah, and it could be softer sometimes if I'm really tired. But if I have to speak up and I feel like she's gonna, why are you yelling at me? Like, so you can hear me. But I hate to say it, but yeah, I do believe she's losing her hearing. But back to the story. So checked out, I guess she accidentally clogged her toilet up, and it was just kept on running, and it was a good amount of water in the bathroom floor, like it was a small little, it's like, because her bedroom outside the bathroom has the sinks, but inside the bathroom part has the toilet and a stand-up shower. And it's not real small. It's kind of like in the between. It's not a big shower, but it's not a small shower. And the water was up to my ankle. So I was just like, well, let's see if we can contact our neighbors. And it was like damn near midnight. So she was like, no, I don't want to call them at midnight. It's almost midnight. It's like, well, there's nothing much to do. I mean, I had to turn the water off to the toilet. And then I just put a bunch of towels down there. So I told her, I guess I have to, when I wake up, I'll call the next door neighbor and call my boss, say, hey, I'm going to be running late. I have a house emergency that I have to take care of. But, so I threw a bunch of towels all over the bathroom. And I was like, well, hopefully it soaked them up. And it did. Soaked all the water that was on the tile, but it did spill into, like, a couple feet into the bedroom. But I stomped a lot of it out, so and then I fixed the toilet. So I was about an hour late for work. I mean, what sucked is that I had to leave about 45 minutes early for the doctor appointment, and then I had to arrive an hour late because house emergency. But and I dread calling and say, hey, I'm going to be late. Hey, I'm not feeling good, because I want to be a reliable guy. But once I get to this vintage stock, I'll see what they got, and then I have plenty of time to go to the game store. Well, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear my windshield wipers going. I think I just saw this one store is like Clutching Salvation. Come on, mother. Come on, turn green, a-holes. I'm just making sure because it is raining. People could hyperplane into the intersection. Forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, I'm gonna go to the freaking game store after this. So I'll bring in the camera. I probably won't record anything unless it looks like a bunch of cool stuff, but it's unlikely because I've been here last week. What the fuck? I think this person was such an asshole parking that I went to park and it was like, yeah, this person's complete asshole parking job. There we go. Alright guys, I just got out the first finished stock. Probably the only one I'm going to do. I'm not sure. But found a couple cool things. I took several pictures. I did actually find one game. I'm not 100% sure if I have this. But for $4, I'm not going to complain. It's a Dreamcast game. And it's Ripping Riders, a snowboard game. So I'm not 100% sure, but for $4, I'll take a shot. So, just wanted to quickly show this, and I might let you guys have a road view from here, so. Alright, now I got it out of the... I just literally changed from the previous section of the video to this one. So we're heading off to the game store now. So, and probably the big thing I'm going to be picking up. Already was there earlier today. No, not earlier today. Earlier this week. What the hell am I smoking? But, yeah, I figured go ahead and head down that direction. I'll go this route. So, yeah, today was okay. What's wild? Oh, today is like I finally finished up repairing this one door on this refrigerated trailer. It's called, we call them reefers. If I just said a reefer door, you guys have no idea about a refrigerated trailer. That I fixed the door that was smashed underneath, that I had to build the frame, fix the door shields, that took had to do some rubber welding with I took a screwdriver, and usually we have like a soldering iron to do that, but we couldn't locate it. So I was like, how the hell am I going to do this? But my manager's like, well, just take a flathead and heat it up and use that. I was like, oh. He wanted me to just use my micro torch. I was like, and I would only go like a centimeter of weld. So I was like, fuck that. So I took an actual torch, heated up to where it's glowing red, and then I could really lay a rubber weld. But what sucks is that I would literally have to, when the screwdriver cools down or gets gummed up, I had to stop, clean it off with my wire reel on my grinder, and then reheat it. So every couple minutes, every 3-4 minutes, I had to do that. So it took a lot longer than it was supposed to be. And then I had to build the frame of the door, then fill it up with foam, then and today I actually put the skin back on and patched it into place. So it just as good now. But then after that, I took off what's called the ABS ECU valve, or the service valve, but it has the ABS ECU on it. And what that is after this, God, I think 97 trailers is has to have this braking system with a sensor, making sure pretty much if you're having issues, if your hubs are loose, it would say erratic signal or erratic tone, saying either one or two things, that either the tone ring on the hub is damaged or the hub's loose. And I've seen both recently, so. But I had to take the old ABS valve off, and we didn't have the old one in stock, and I think it was actually discontinued, so we had to put a different version on there, and had to splice the wiring harness into the old one. No, and the ABS was working. It's just I had to. It says it's not recording no speed, but right, it's because I literally just put the new one on. So all really you need to do is jack up the axles and spin the tires. But I was going to check out and then check. I was like, why not check the lights real quick? And luckily I did that because it was having a short. Even though I repaired the lights earlier, apparently there was a pinch wire touching some part of the trailer that was causing a short. So I had to track it down and repair it. So that was fun today. Oh, damn. I gotta get in the right lane. Used to go this direction to go get parts for work. Every once in a while, I don't know, sometimes either I'm on site for a job or our parts guide's just, unavailable. So I would have to travel down here to go get parts. And honestly, at my old shop, those parts guys were worthless. They were getting. I would think when I first got there, they were probably the best version of those part kids. And as I was there for almost 3 years, the parts people just got worse and worse and worse. Because they literally pick up these kids for cheap. And then they're like, "Oh, you guys want to help this person out?" And then suddenly they'll, idiot. I had the freaking green light too. So, damn it. But, yeah, they would hire these kids and then be doing parts, putting stuff away. Supposed to be cleaning up the shop, but God. I mean, I've always been taught to, you clean your area up. And I understand that. I mean, you don't want to leave trash all over the place. And usually I would pick up hey, fuck you! What about that, asshole? You're not going now, aren't you, dickhead? Yeah, I could have turned, but the person... It's a really busy street. I didn't want to take a chance. But, yeah, they would hire these kids and clean up the shop, and then go get parts, put parts away in the parts room, and then we literally seen these kids hide or screw off. Like, there was one section we were trying to find where this kid was, and our break room had for some reason, the back wall wasn't all the way, it's weird. It's hard to describe. To the right back corner had an open section, and you go in there and then turn left, and there's a little open section, just a real tiny section that you can put a chair and you can hide and sit there and hang out. Well, we found one of these parts kids doing that. So we were planning to screw them. So we were going to, loosen up the screws. So when they go and hang out, they would fall through that chair. But I think when we were planning to do that, someone removed the chair. It would have been great. But the other shop, they would do too many. I don't mind pranks every once in a while, but they would do stupid shit. Like one of the guys, the foreman, would have like a laundry basket, and of his work clothes, he would take back and forth, and they hung it in the rafters. Because these guys just didn't have... They were screwing off all the time. And this is not parts guys. This is now mechanics. So... And they would do that a little too much. And then... That shop was in... I'm shocked it's still there because our manager fucked people over. And then a lot of times they would build time wrong, or they would make a bid, really bad bid on these jobs that there was no way we're going to make that time frame. So it was just, there was no chance you ever hitting it. They would put something and it was just no way. And it's not from lack of try, it's because it was a bad bid. If someone asked me, I would give me the proper amount of time so I can do it. I don't mind hustling if I need to. But if you're straight up like cutting crazy amount of time down because you want the bid or you want the job, I'm like, that's like one time the owner bid for a job and so low, I think it cost him like 20 grand. I think he, or 20 or 10 or 20 grand, something like that. Where I think he only bid the job for like 2 grand and it cost a hell of a lot more. And of course, a lot of times these truck drivers, they either want to try to, nitpick at every little damn thing, or a lot of times they love to try to get like a free labor. Like when I was working at one job at a Home Depot warehouse, a truck driver, I would tell these truck drivers, I'm not allowed to air up your tires. I'm not, because the thing is, I can't build my time to it. I didn't care about doing it, but if I can build my time to it, then I'll do it. But they're like, well, if you want to be nice and do it on your make up time for it, and I'm not saying make up time, like you hurry up on your other jobs to cover time for that. Not like make up like bullshit work. You cover your time, like you hurry up. But but yeah, I would tell them, it was like, I'm not supposed to do it. And like, if I get a chance to finally sit down and take a break, I'm gonna utilize it, because like fuck you. I deserve my breaks. And then like I literally told a truck driver before, because they wanted me to do it anyways. I was in a nasty mood. So I told him, I was like, so I asked him, do you work for free? And he's like, no. So, well, guess what? I don't either, so. I was in a pissy mood that day. And actually what's crazy is when at this job that, these truck drivers were called having a round table. Eventually, one person says, Casey's a dickhead. And it went around, everyone's like, or an asshole or something like that. And it just went around the table. It was like, yeah, he is an asshole. So, when I was being in process of being kicked off the yard, I was fired for a bum drug test. They were put me somewhere mainly close to the shop. But, it was at the old rail yard in Bethlehem. But I mean, I like that job. It had its perks because a lot of times if you're driving the truck, you could stop, pick up like breakfast, and when you're gassing up, it'll give you a chance to, you can get your snacks, your drinks, and your lunch, or whatever. So, and there's some things you can take advantage that I'm not able to do the last, quite frankly, the last 3 shops I've been. And currently I'm talking about as well. And let's just say that. But I'm going to go in and see if they have anything cool, so I'll be back. Look how busy this road is to the left. It was just a huge ass line. Just didn't see. I was actually on the phone when this whole line was on the left, but yeah, I picked up my Commodore, so I had some side cash, so I dropped it from like $95 or like $93 or something down to like $75. So I was able to get that. I was in there. There was this one other dude. I don't know why some people does this. Like, they can't talk right through the freaking glass. They had to, look at you, not through the glass. Even though the guy was wearing a mask, but I was like, I don't know why, but this guy's dressed, and honestly, when I'm at my job and I see someone like well dressed, I'm like, this is how I feel. Like, a lot of times I feel like they kind of make me feel like they're better than you, kind of feeling. So I'm like, kind of like, not a big fan of them. I could say something a lot worse, but let's say that. And this guy gave me those vibes that I was like, wanting to tell this guy, fuck off, bro. And he was even buying the guy's Donkey Kong cabinet off. And I think the price that they said, it was a pretty decent price for a Donkey Kong cabinet for $1,500. Like, I think that's a great deal. But, like, I would love to get a real arcade cabinet. That would be awesome. But, I am not gonna... That's like... If I was not paying any... Let's say if I'm not doing anything else but paying bills and saving money, and, like, nickel and diming all my eating expenses and stuff like that, it would take me a month and a half to do that, or longer to get that. And that's if I didn't spend anything on gaming. So, I mean, like I said, but I think that's actually a decent price on that cabinet. This apartment right here, I used to have those apartments, and that was a bad apartment. And I used to live with, at that apartment with an ex-girlfriend. And I made a bad decision about that. We were only signed for 6 months, but I swear it felt hell a lot longer than that. And, could have been, I guess it could have been a year. I swear it's 6 months, but it could have been a year. But I know it felt forever to pay. Well, it's a long story, but having that apartment. Well, see, when I left that apartment, I was leaving to go be with who became my wife because I knew her and I really wanted to be with with Liz. And I tried to break it up, break it off with this woman several times to the point like she found that I was talking to her a few times, and I was trying, like I said, I was trying to break it off, and to the point last time I was finally told her that not only I was pretty much going to leave her, but I didn't want to also have this apartment. I tried to get out of the lease and they wouldn't let me. So my family helped me get through that lease. But that woman not only stayed there the whole time, I believe she brought in another dude. I'm like, that was pretty fucked up. So, but it's, oh gosh, I learned a lot because of that. But, yeah, oh yeah, I remember there was one time the woman, you know, when she caught for the last time, my mom was in the hospital for something, I don't remember. And so I needed to go see her, but she was threatening to kill herself or hurt herself and something like that. I'm like, really? You gonna do this now when my mom's in the hospital? And like, let me go deal with my mom first, and then I'll come deal with this. I don't remember. I thought she broke my freaking phone. But no, she just snapped. She's probably searching through it because she locked herself in the bathroom. And I was gonna try to get into the bathroom, but she was threatening to hurt herself if I would done that, I believe. I'm like, great. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? But, and that was pretty much, I was done. I told her I was done. But, yeah, I guess it made me, like, sound pretty bad. But, I mean, yeah, it was a bad deal what I did. But I also tried to break it off with her several times, and when it just she wouldn't do it. But and she also did some shady shit to me too. I'm pretty sure she stole my identity and caused a lot of damage against me financially. Like, I would get like AT&T saying, I owe money to AT&T. I never had a cell phone with I did have AT&T as a carrier, but my mom was paying my cell phone at that time frame. And when I moved on with my wife, I went from AT&T to Verizon, and I've been with Verizon ever since. God, my hand's all cracking up. But, gosh, I'm trying to think about something. But, and I'm pretty sure she's the one who's stolen. She caused, like when I got laid off in 2020, I tried to get unemployment, and they're like, well, you had unemployment back in like 3 months ago. I'm like, hold on, I was still working. Like, how is that even freaking possible? And I reported that to wherever the IRS, and they have not done anything about it. They hadn't sent me any information to fill it out, nothing at all. So that sucks. So if I need to get unemployment anytime soon again, hopefully not. I'm not one of those guys who loves to bum off the government. Fuck. Oh God. I gotta get that. Fuck. Oh God. I gotta get that freaking puff checked. But yeah. I don't suck off the tit of the government. I always like getting my own money, earning my own money. And like, I quite frankly like what I do too. So it's not like, you know, it's funny. There was this woman that had a high position in the front office at the company I work at, and she was there for like 2 days and she quit, like, because I was needed to get information saying, hey, I need to take leave early because I had a doctor appointment, and this is the latest I could go. It was either in the morning I could do, like the best thing I could do with doctor appointments, either show up at the beginning or try to get it at the very, very end of that I can get of the appointments. I prefer try to get it after work, but when you're getting off at work at either 4, 5, 6, whatever, it's kind of hard to have appointments. But like I said, my work's been very patient with me, so I can't knock them for that. But, and we had this new parts guy, because the more experienced parts guy left, and now we got this real old guy, and he gets a little mouthy. I'm like, dude, hold on, you aren't. I don't know if it's because some guys like been talking shit to him, or his manager is probably a prick every once in a while. But I had to get an air fitting for this ABS valve and explain what it is, and I thought he didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but no, we just didn't have the part, so I had to make shift a part out of a bunch of other fittings. I mean, it works just fine. But, I had to use 3 different fittings to get where one could have done the job. But I'm down there looking around at the parts, and I hear one of our older mechanics, I guess, was trying to ask them, can we get it locally, a part locally? It sounded like he was saying loco, but he was saying locally, or loco, a local. He's saying local, and it sounds like he was saying loco, a loco. Like you're crazy, loco. I was like, no, but you're loco though. But this parts guy was getting really upset to the point it's like, that's it, I quit. Like, a lot of times I get frustrated. I wouldn't exactly say I quit. It's like, oh, well, that's not true. I would say I get frustrated. It's like I should quit. It's like, or it's like, I'm surprised I hadn't gotten fired or something like that. But a lot of times when I go walk off and cool down, I'm usually okay. When I do that, I'm thinking. So I was like, oh, great, this guy's already going to quit. And what's the thing is, a lot of times the guy is training him. And instead of the guy going around actually doing training, there's a few times he will both of them will be standing at the counter. Oh, damn. Looks like someone made a hyperplane or something onto the medium. But, yeah, a lot of times I'll see them both standing at the counter instead of the guy going to show him, show him stuff around and just kind of, tell him about stuff. Nope, there'll be both of them standing there and staring out. I'm like, lazy fucks. And it's funny, like, I got off work, and the guy's not off work, off from lunch. And the guy's standing at the counter eating an apple. I'm like, really? You couldn't do that during lunch, not after lunch? But, I'm at the next finish stock. So, more than likely, this might be the end of the video. I might if I see something, I'll take pictures or footage. So, we'll see. It's probably unlikely, but I'll talk to you guys later.